everyone and welcome to Real Yoga. I'm Hanna, this is Felix, and today we're bringing you yoga for good posture. So often a lot of people come to the yoga practice to try to improve their posture. I'm not going to lie, even after years of doing yoga, I still tend to sort of round through my shoulders. But what I can promise is that when you're in the practice doing yoga, anytime you have that solid awareness of your body, you tend to find this good posture. So let's work through a few yoga asanas to help us bring that awareness to our everyday life. When you're ready, grab your stretchy pants and I'll meet you on the mat. We'll begin in child's pose today, so bring your knees together, your toes together, and sit your hips onto your heels. And then from here, start to walk your hands forward. Activate your fingers, so spread them really wide, and then bring your forehead down towards the mat. We want to keep active arms here. So press into your fingerprints, but feel as though you can roll your shoulders away from your ears, so that like your shoulder blades slide down your spine. And at the same time, can you feel that your hips are heavy? So it should feel this like nice long stretch across the back of your body. And when you're ready, take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Two more like that. Inhale deeply and exhale, let it go. One more time, deep inhale and exhale to release. Nice. Keep some activation, some tone in your arms here. And then keep following the way that your breath moves your body, even in a pose that would be considered still. So with posture, and I'm really not going to lie here, I've been doing yoga for a long time and still my husband has to remind me all the time to pull my shoulders back and stand up taller. So I've really discovered that although yoga has helped, and it really has, it's really just finding that awareness. Whenever I think about it, can I adjust my posture in a way that is healthier for my spine? And I think where yoga has helped is not only in the movements, the asanas that make my spine stronger and healthier, and it's easier for me to hold myself up, but my yoga practice has also brought me this sense of awareness in my body during the day or the evening. So take a few more breaths here just to be still with yourself, with your body. And then on your next inhale, lift your chin, look in between your hands, keep your fingers spreading wide, and we're going to tuck the toes underneath us and come into our first downward facing dog of the session. So of course, your first one, maybe you take a little pedal, one knee after the other, twisting and turning through your hips, just finding any sort of movements here that your body needs to kind of wake itself up, get into the groove. Madonna, for those of you playing at home. And then when you're ready, on your next inhale, send your right leg straight up and back, find three-legged dog. And then as you exhale, bring your knee towards your nose and step your foot in between your hands. Beautiful. We're going to keep our back leg lifted today, but if it's way too much, of course, you're welcome to drop your back knee down. Okay, so from here, make sure your front knee's over your front ankle and press into your fingertips. If, like me, you've got little T-Rex arms and you find that difficult, you can use yoga blocks, or also toilet paper rolls work really well as yoga blocks. So find whatever you need. And then can you reach your heart forward so your spine is longer here? And at the same time, really activate through your back left foot so that your left thigh is engaged. Nice. Take another inhale, lengthen the crown of your head. And as you exhale, can you press into your whole left hand? Inhale to reach your right arm to the sky, and we'll come into our first easy twist. Or at least that's what they call it. Nice. Inhale as you lean back. And then exhale, draw your belly muscles in. See if you can twist a little bit deeper. Notice if your back leg sort of forgot what it was doing. Can you spike that heel back? Maybe lift your hips a tiny bit higher. Nice. One more breath in here. And as you exhale, float your right hand back down to the mat. Press into your fingerprints again. And then we're going to take a step forward with the back leg, about 1/3 of the way. Point your left toes towards the top left corner of your mat, then your heel pivots in. So that foot's at about 45 degrees. Press into your fingers or your block to inhale, lengthen through your heart, your spine. And then exhale, can you bend your elbows and fold towards your right leg. Now, it's totally cool if that front knee is super bent. You're still going to feel a pretty deep stretch. But of course, you can use blocks or props, whatever you need here, to come into a shape that works best for your body. And wherever you're at, take your right thumb and can you hook it into your right hip crease? Mine tends to disappear these days. But can you pull your right hip crease back and feel as though you're rotating your left one forward? And that this should intensify the stretch of your IT band, which is this muscle from the back of your knee and wraps it around the side of your thigh to your booty. Take an inhale again to find length here, and then exhale into your Padasvanottanasana or pyramid pose. We'll be here for just a couple more breaths. Can you shake out your head and neck? Nice. One more breath. Beautiful. And then bend your front knee deeply, press into your hands, step your left foot back a smidge, step your right foot back, and we'll meet in downward facing dog. Nice. Take one inhale breath here. And another exhale. Maybe you feel that your right leg is a little longer than the other side. It's all good. One more breath in. As you exhale, descend your knees down to the mat. Keep your toes tucked underneath you. So now we're on all fours. Beautiful. Walk your knees back just a little, but make sure that your knees are still as wide as your hips. So we don't want them any wider than that. And start to reach your hands forward. Keep these hands super active. Fingers spreading really wide. As you inhale, think about curling your booty up to the sky. And as you exhale, press your hands away from you as your chest goes down towards the earth. And you can come to rest on your forehead here. Nice. Keep activating through your fingerprints. Keep rotating your booty up to the sky. And then here, can you, again, feel as though you want to slide your shoulder blades down your back. Nice. We're here for one more breath. I know this one's pretty intense. Whew. As you exhale, draw your belly muscles in and use them to shift yourself forward and come all the way down onto your belly. Bring your forearms to the mat with your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Keep those fingers spread wide. And now untuck your toes and kind of flick your legs back behind you so that they're super long. And then press into the tops of your feet so you feel that your legs activate here. Nice. Take an inhale, lift your heart. And as you exhale, can you pull back energetically on your fingerprints as though your heart wants to bust forward out the front of your chest. Nice. Sphinx pose here. Can you lift the crown of your head up, tuck your chin slightly, and then finally pull the back of your throat back. Nice. So if you know Sphinx, the one in Egypt, the one we're talking about, then try and channel all that very cat-like hybrid Egyptian energy. Nice. One more breath in here. And then as you exhale, let your elbows go out wide. You can make a pillow with your hands for your head and rest your forehead down. Maybe give your tail a bit of a wag, moving your hips from side to side. Nice. And then from here, we're going to reach the right arm out to the right. So more or less, you want your shoulder and your wrist in line. If you know that you've got really tight shoulders, then maybe bring your hand slightly below your shoulder. So choose your weapon. And then turn your cheek to face the left. And now pop your left fingertips up. Find this little spider hand. Start to bend your left knee or left leg. And then can you start to roll over towards your extended arm, towards your right side. And maybe that left foot comes flat down onto the mat. Keep your little left spidey hand active. Nice. And here you should be feeling a stretch across the front of your right shoulder into your pectoral muscles. For some, this is super intense. For others, maybe not so intense. Doesn't matter where you're at. But can you squeeze your shoulder blades together and drop your chin slightly to your chest so you feel this extra length through the back of your neck? We're going to be here for one more inhale. And then use your exhale to slowly roll back down onto your belly. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and then bring your big toes to touch. Sit your hips back to your heels. And we'll meet again in child's pose. Forehead rests down towards the mat. Nice. Relax your shoulders here. Just a couple of beats, letting your body breathe deeply. Filling up the back of your ribs with air. Nice. And then when you're ready in your own time, spread your fingers wide, look in between your hands, and we're going to come back into that downward facing dog pose. Once again, take any movement here that feels good. Maybe you give your head a little shake so that your head and neck are relaxed. Keep feeling as though you want to roll your sit bones, your booty bones up to the sky and pressing your hands away from you at the same time. Nice. Activate your legs even here. So can you press the fronts of your thighs onto the backs of your thighs? Nice. From here, inhale, send your left leg straight up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step your left foot in between your hands. Beautiful. Stay lifted on your back leg if you can. And then keep your hands either to the mat or to your toilet paper rolls or your blocks, whatever you've got going. Nice. Sweet. And then can you lengthen your heart forward? Elongate your spine. Activate your back foot strongly. So push back through your heel and then maybe you lift your hips a tiny bit higher. So that quad muscle, your right thigh is like switched on. Super. One more breath in here. And then exhale, start to flatten your right hand to the mat. And on your next inhale, reach your left arm directly up to the sky. Find that twist. Nice. Notice if your hips dropped, can you lift them up, spike the back heel again, and rotate your chest a little more. Find even more out of this twist. Inhale, lean back. Beautiful. And then exhale to float your left hand back down towards the mat. Inhale to lengthen and then step your right foot forward about a third of the way, pointing your right toes towards the top right corner of the mat. Nice. Inhale here to find length, reaching your heart forward, and then exhale to bend your elbows and fold over your front leg. Again, this front knee can be as bent as you need to so that you can reach the ground so it feels comfortable for you. Or if you've got a little more in you today, you can straighten through that front leg. And now everyone, wherever you're at, take your left thumb and really hook it inside your left hip crease. And now can you pull your left hip back so that your right one rotates forward slightly. Nice. And then once you've got that, re-extend your hands down towards your blocks or the floor. Let your head and neck hang. Parsvottanasana or pyramid pose. So actually it's kind of an Egyptian themed practice, huh? Sphinx, pyramid. Beautiful. We're here for a couple more breaths. And maybe you're thinking, what has our leg stretch got to do with our posture? Well, it's all connected, baby. All connected. Legs, hips, lower back, upper back. Nice. Inhale to find length. And then as you exhale, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, come back into your downward facing dog. Nice. Take again any movement here that your body needs. And if you need to be still, then please take that. One more inhale breath. Exhale to slowly descend your knees all the way down to the mat, keeping your toes tucked. Knees are about hips width distance apart. Oh guys, my hair today. Once again, inappropriate hairstyles. Reach your hands forward. Keep those fingers spread super wide. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Inhale to start to curl your butt up to the sky. And then exhale, push back from your hands and melt your chest down towards the earth. Let your shoulders relax as much as they can. Again, your forehead can rest either to the mat or to your block, or maybe you're hanging out somewhere in between, no problem. Beautiful. Can you keep rolling your sit bones up to the sky, getting this deep release in your shoulders and also this juicy length for your spine? Nice. One more inhale here. I know it can be intense. And then exhale, draw your belly muscles towards you and then use them to come forward, shifting all the way down onto your bellies. Nice. Let your your forearms come down to the mat, bringing your elbows underneath your shoulders. Nice. Untuck your toes and again, scoot your legs back just a smidge and then really activate your feet. So point your toes like a ballerina so your leg muscles are strong. And then inhale to lift up through your chest. And then exhale, pull your collarbones apart, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Think that your heart wants to come out of your chest just like that scene from Alien. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that movie. It's a classic. One more inhale breath here. Can you lift a little higher? And then exhale, slowly open your elbows to the sides. Make that pillow for your head again. Let your forehead rest. Maybe you wag your tail like a dog. Nice. And then from here, reach your left arm out to the side, shoulder in line with your wrist. Unless, of course, you've got tight shoulders, then maybe bring your hands slightly lower than your shoulder height. Beautiful. And then turn your cheek to face the right. Pop up your right fingertips like a little spider hand. Bend your right knee. And then start to roll over to the left, tapping your right toes behind you. Maybe your whole foot flattens down. Nice. Super intense here as well. And if it's not intense for you, can you bring in the more subtle body things that are happening? Can you concentrate on your breath? Maybe trying to squeeze your shoulder blades together a little more. Can you find ease in this pose? We're here for just one more breath in. And as you exhale, slowly roll yourself back down onto your belly. Bring both hands underneath your shoulders, big toes touch, and then send your hips back to your heels, and we'll come back into child's pose. Let your forehead rest. If your arms have had enough work, maybe you sweep your hands back behind you so they rest by your feet. And although maybe this is not great for your posture, maybe you let your shoulders just drop down to the mat here. Give yourself a little break. If you like, you can roll your forehead from side to side, massaging out your third eye. And in your own time, whenever you're ready, press into your hands and bring yourself up into a comfortable seat of your choice. Nice. Once you're there, take your hands together at your heart and inhale to lift your chest. Exhale as you close your eyes and notice how your posture feels now. Take another inhale, feel your breath grow your spine. And as you exhale, can you roll your shoulders back and down? Nice. Inhale here. And exhale as you bow your chin to your chest. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.